Hello, I'm Manish and I welcome you in Event TV Live, sponsored by Inventum Global and powered by Chaat Factory. And IMWF is all about cross-cultural world, and people are meeting and sharing their ideas and also expectations. I have someone with me who just spoke about the expectation of the client and the cross-cultural world. I welcome you, Costanza, in our show.
Hi, Manish. Nice to meet you, and thank you for having me here.
And thank you so much for coming here and giving your time. So, Costanza, you spoke about cross-cultural world and the expectation, right? So, could you please tell us a little about what you spoke there?
Yeah, our panel was about the expectation of the clients that, of course, change a lot depending on the country of origin of the clients, depending on the budget. But what I said is that generally all of our clients, of course I talk about my experience, all of our clients ask for the same thing and expect the same things. And I was like talking about the top 3 expectations of my clients that are, first of all, the exclusivity. All of them want the exclusive wedding, but want to feel like they are unique for us and their wedding will be unique. And they all expect the perfect weddings, and that's quite hard, especially because most of the times they don't know what perfection is and if exists actually. And then there are the budget expectation that can be also a bit complicated because some clients cannot tell in advance what their budget is, and the negotiation, especially working with Indian couples, or is always a challenge to let them understand what prices are in Italy or in the country where they are going to get married.
So, when we talk about challenges, as you just spoke, so what are those challenges which you face, from the cross-cultural weddings and the events?
Yeah, there are several. In the years, I'm getting better and better, fortunately. But I remember, for example, the first time I had my first Indian wedding. Actually, it was the second, because the first Indian wedding I had, it was like very small. It was 80%. That you can confirm is very small. So the second, I was very lucky because I was fortunate. I worked with Sumant, that you already interviewed. He's a great designer and he really helped me to understand what the needs were, because I am Italian and I work with couples from all over the world. I'm very expert with the Western weddings, let's say, but Indian rituals and style of the wedding expectations are really different than ours. So having a designer that was Indian working with me in this experience helped me really a lot, and I still talk to the couple. They were so happy of the event at the end, so everything went very well.
So, when we talk about the Indian weddings, as you just mentioned, so Indian weddings are all about music, colorful, everything loud. So, and if I'm not wrong, in Italy, the weddings are more subtle and,
Yeah, completely different. We have, Italian weddings are more or less 100 guests. If you have 200, it's like inviting all Facebook friends. So we usually have, it's all about the food. So we have the religious ceremony or the civil one, and then the cocktail, and then the served dinner. So most of the budget is invested in the caterer and in the venue. And then we have the party, but then it's like a couple of hours dancing, and then at 2 a.m. everything is finished.
So that means it's a smooth transition from one, two, then food, then dance, and done. And what about the Indian wedding then?
It's completely different, and for me, I'm so fascinated because, I'm used to pale pink weddings, white weddings. So when couples come to me and we talk about the Mehndi ceremony, these vibrant colors, these also the willing to have very fun events. That's something that can also inspire me with the other couples, because from my experience I see that it's all about sharing with all the people they invite, maybe 400 guests I had maximum 400 guests Indian weddings. I will be having another one in a couple of months. And, it's they just want to share 3 days with their closest friends and want to have fun all together. I think this is one of the most inspiring things.
Exactly, and let me tell you that Indian wedding, the number of people, it starts from 300, 400, and then it goes up to 1,000 and 2,000 sometimes. There are people who are doing the wedding of, 35,000 plus. Can you imagine? So it's like inviting the entire city. Come, it's a wedding. But
Exactly. One of the challenge for me as an Italian planner, but also for venues, it's really about the number of guests, because there are not so many huge venues that can host these big numbers. So every time a couple come to me and say, we have 400 guests, 300 guests, then the venues are more or less the same. We have like 10 venues, and then you need to choose between of them. While if you have a wedding with 100 guests, then you have hundreds of options. So this is one of the main challenge, and also the restrictions that we have.
Right.
So in every country, in every city also, you have to consider all the laws, the restrictions. You cannot have, for example, music outdoor until late. That is something that every time I need to fight to let my clients understand that it's not about asking permission. You just cannot.
Okay, so tell me, have you seen any Bollywood dance performance, or do you remember any Bollywood number?
Yeah, I love that.
You love that?
So, yeah, all the choreography, the color, and what is so exciting to me is that it really everybody dance.
Everybody dance, right?
That's
We love
even
dancing.
the eldest. Yeah, everybody, and it's something that in the Western wedding we are not used to. So yeah, it's very very interesting, and every time we need to plan a wedding like this with the choreography, with the Bollywood dances, I always want to stay in the first row to see. And
So did you get a chance to, learn a couple of dance moves?
no,
No?
don't ask.
Don't ask?
No,
Okay,
I'm not a very good dancer.
right? But I'm a very good dancer, and I'm going to make you dance right away.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do? So there is a very simple dance moves what we Indian do, even if
Okay.
you don't know how to dance.
Okay.
So there is one thing what we do. It's called like this, and we do balle balle.
Ballet. Okay.
So what we are going to do, I'm going to make Costanza dance now, and with that, you keep watching Event TV Live, and we do balle balle. Costanza go balle balle. Keep watching Event TV Live with Manish Sharma. Thank you.